Hello children, today we will start this lecture from the topic atomic weights are not whole numbers. Okay children, so this we have discussed already. Now today I want to tell you how we calculate that average atomic weight of chlorine is 35.43. Okay children, so as it is given here that chlorine, two different isotopes of chlorine are present in the atmosphere and their ratio is 3:1. So first we have to find out total abundance of different isotopes and divided by total of the ratio, means according to given data here the ratio of isotope of chlorine 35 is 3, so 3 into 35 plus ratio of chlorine isotope 37 is 1, so 1 into 37, okay, and divided by 3 plus 1 means 4. So when you calculate this value, you will get answer as 35.43. Okay children, so same way you can calculate average atomic weight of other elements, but you have to know that which isotopes of that particular elements are existing naturally and in which ratio. Okay, so with the help of this relation you can calculate average atomic mass. Okay children, now next we are moving to next page number 12, and in this page we will discuss calculation of relative molecular mass or molecular weight. Okay children, so relative molecular mass is calculated by adding together the relative atomic masses of all the various atoms present in the molecule. So to calculate relative molecular mass of any substance, two things we require. First, exact molecular formula of the substance, and second, relative atomic masses of all the elements which are present in that molecule. Okay children, so few examples are given here. So first we will discuss these examples. According to first example, calculate the relative molecular mass of nitrogen dioxide. Nitrogen dioxide, the formula is NO2, 2 atoms of oxygen, so di term is used here, dioxide. Okay children, so to calculate relative molecular mass of this molecule, we have to know relative atomic mass of nitrogen and oxygen. So this formula is representing one molecule of nitrogen dioxide. Okay children, and we know that relative atomic mass of nitrogen is 14 and of oxygen is 16. Okay children, so relative molecular weight of NO2 will be atomic weight of nitrogen. Atomic weight of nitrogen, one nitrogen atom is present, so atomic weight of nitrogen plus 2 into atomic weight of oxygen, because number of atoms of oxygen are 2, so we have to multiply atomic weight of oxygen by 2 and atomic weight of total atomic weight of different elements should be added. Okay children, so atomic weight of nitrogen 14 and 2 into atomic weight of oxygen will be 2 into 16. So it total will be 14 plus 16 twos are 32. So it will be equals to 46. Okay. So relative molecular mass of NO2 will be 46. Okay, children. Second example, calculate the molecular weight of calcium sulfate. So in a molecule of calcium sulfate, three different elements are present. These are calcium, sulfur and oxygen. As you can see, one atom of calcium, one atom of sulfur and four atoms of oxygen are present. Okay, children. Then relative atomic weights of calcium 40, of sulfur is 32 and of oxygen is 16. Okay, so molecular weight of calcium sulfate will be atomic weight of calcium, first atomic weight of calcium plus atomic weight of sulfur and plus 4 into atomic weight of oxygen, because 4 atoms of oxygen are present. Okay, so atomic weight of calcium is 40, of sulfur is 32 and for oxygen it will be 4 into 16. So 40 plus 32 plus 4 into 16. 4 into 16 means 40 plus 32 plus 4 into 16. 16 4 ja 64. Okay, children, and in a total it will be equals to 136. So relative molecular mass of calcium sulfate will be 136, or simply you can say that molecular mass of calcium sulfate will be 136. Okay, children. Next example is, we are taking fourth example. Calculate the relative molecular mass of ammonium sulfate. And the molecular formula of ammonium sulfate is NH4 whole twice SO4. So here in this example, NH4 whole twice means 2 atoms of nitrogen. This whole square means this 2 will be used for both nitrogen and hydrogen, because it is placed outside of this bracket. Okay, children. So 2 atoms of nitrogen and total 4 into 2 means 8 atoms of hydrogen. Okay, 2 atoms of nitrogen and 4 into 2, 8 atoms of hydrogen, 1 atom of sulfur and 4 atoms of oxygen. Okay, so atomic masses of different atoms: nitrogen is 14, hydrogen is 1, sulfur is 32 and oxygen is 16. Okay, children. So molecular weight of ammonium sulfate will be nitrogen, number of atoms of nitrogen 2. So 2 into atomic mass of nitrogen, 2 into 14. Okay, children. Then 8. For hydrogen, number of atoms of hydrogen are 4 2s are 8 or 2 4s are 8. So 8 into 1. 1 is atomic mass of hydrogen and 8 is number of atoms of hydrogen. Plus atomic mass of sulfur is 32 and plus atomic mass of oxygen is 16 into 4, because 4 atoms of oxygen are present here. So when you will calculate these all the numbers, you will get 132 as answer. Okay, so relative molecular mass of ammonium sulfate is 132, or simply you can say molecular mass of ammonium sulfate is 132. Okay, children. Then here one question is given: calculate the molecular weight of SO2, Na2CO3 and CaNO3 whole twice, calcium nitrate. Okay, children. So first we will calculate molecular mass of SO2. Okay, so SO2 in it is a sulfur dioxide. One molecule of sulfur dioxide is having 1 atom of sulfur and 2 atoms of oxygen. Okay, so means molecular weight of SO2 will be number of atoms of sulfur 1 into atomic weight of sulfur is 32, which is given here. then plus number of atoms of oxygen are 2 into atomic weight of oxygen is 16. Okay children, so 1 into 32, 32 plus 16 into 2, 32. So it will becomes equals to 64. This is the relative molecular mass of SO2. Okay children. Now next is sodium carbonate. So there are 2 atoms of sodium, number of atoms into atomic mass of sodium, and atomic mass of sodium is 23. So into 23 plus 1 atom of carbon into atomic mass of carbon is 12, which is given here, plus oxygen, number of atoms of oxygen 3 into atomic mass of oxygen 16. Okay children, so it will becomes equals to 2 into 23 means 46 plus 12 plus 48. Okay children, so 8 2 10 6 16 6 4 1 5 4 9 1 10 106. So this is the relative molecular mass of calcium sodium carbonate. Okay, relative molecular mass of sodium carbonate, or molecular mass of one molecule of sodium carbonate is 106. Okay children, same way you can calculate molecular mass of calcium nitrate. So in calcium nitrate, number of atoms of calcium 1 into atomic mass of calcium 40 plus number of atoms of nitrogen 2 into 14 plus number of atoms of oxygen 3 2s are 6 into 16. Okay children, then 40 plus 14 2s are 28 plus 16 6 are 96. Okay children, so 8 and 6 14, 4 9 1 10 2 12 4 16 164. Okay, so this is the molecular mass of calcium nitrate. Okay children, so in this way you can calculate molecular mass of different molecules, or you can say relative molecular mass of different molecules. Okay children, so to calculate relative molecular mass of a particular molecule, you must know relative atomic masses of the related elements which are present in the given molecule of the substance. Okay children, the next page, page number 13, and it is for calculations of percentage composition of compound. Okay children, so according to percentage, how much portion of a particular element is present in a particular molecule. Okay, so that is known as percentage composition of a compound. So to calculate the percentage composition of a compound, examples are given here, and to calculate percentage composition, first we have to find out molecular mass of the given substance, molecular mass, and then we will calculate percentage composition of the compound by calculating percentage proportion of different elements present in the compound. Okay children, so the first example is calculate the percentage composition of carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide formula is CO2, carbon dioxide, and the relative atomic masses of carbon 12, oxygen 16. So first we have to calculate molecular weight of CO2. 12 plus 2 into 16 means 44. Okay children, so up to here you haven't any problem. Then to calculate percentage composition of different elements, we will use a formula. Okay children, so the formula will be mass of the element, okay, mass of the element in the compound, okay, जिस पर्टिकुलर एलिमेंट का परसेंटेज कंपोजिशन कैलकुलेट करना है उसका गिवन कंपाउंड में कितना मास प्रेजेंट है और कितना वेट प्रेजेंट है. सो टोटल मास ऑफ द एलिमेंट इन द कंपाउंड डिवाइडेड बाय molecular mass into 100. Okay children, so this is the formula for the composition of the particular element in the compound. So let the element is X, then percentage of the element X will be mass of the element X in the compound divided by molecular mass into 100. Okay children, so percentage composition of the carbon. First, percentage composition of the carbon in CO2. Okay, so how you will calculate? So in CO2, mass of the carbon, total mass of the carbon is 12 gram. Okay children, or 12. So mass of the percentage composition of carbon will be equals to the mass of the carbon in the compound 12 divided by molecular mass, okay children, into 100. Okay, this is the formula. Then after calculation you will get 27.27. Same way, percentage composition of the oxygen composition equals to total mass of the oxygen in the compound. The mass of the oxygen in the compound is 2 into 16 means 32. Okay, so 32 divided by molecular mass into 100. Okay children, this is, and you will get 72.73. So when you will add these percentage composition, you will get total as 100 or about 100. Okay children, so this is the percentage composition of a particular compound or chemical substance. In this way you can calculate. Next example which is given here is of sodium hydroxide. So molecular mass of the sodium will be 40. First, composition of sodium. So mass of the sodium in the compound is 23 divided by molecular mass of the compound into 100. Okay children, the next percentage composition of the oxygen. Mass of the oxygen in the compound 16, molecular mass into 100, 40%. And same way, percentage composition of the hydrogen in the compound. So mass of the hydrogen in the compound, total mass is 1 divided by molecular mass into 100. It is there. Okay, and again you can check this total will be equals to 100 or about 100. Okay children, then one question is given here. Calculate the percentage composition of potassium nitrate and calcium phosphate. Okay children, so to calculate percentage composition of potassium nitrate, formula is KNO3, potassium nitrate. So atomic mass of potassium is 39, nitrogen is 14, and of oxygen is 16. Okay children, so percentage composition of potassium will be equals to mass of potassium in the compound. So it is 39. Because one atom of potassium is present, so it will be equals to 39 only. 39 molecular mass of potassium nitrate. Okay, so what will be the molecular mass of potassium nitrate? So calculate it. Potassium is 39, nitrogen is 14, and oxygen will be total 48. So add these three values, 1, 2, 6, 4, 101, 101 is there, children. Okay, so 101 into 100. Okay, children, this way you can calculate. Same way you can calculate it yourself. Then for nitrogen, nitrogen will be equals to mass of the nitrogen in the compound is 14 into 1 divided by 101 into 100. And same way for oxygen percentage, it will be equals to 48 101 molecular mass, 101 into 100. Okay, children, so in this way you can calculate percentage composition of different elements in potassium nitrate. Okay, children, so question can be asked in two different terms. First, it can be asked in the terms that calculate the percentage composition of a particular compound, or any one element can be asked to calculate for the calculation. Okay, children, so for example, find out percentage composition of nitrogen in potassium nitrate. Okay, so in this question you have to calculate only the percentage of nitrogen, and if it is asked that calculate the percentage composition of potassium nitrate, then you have to calculate percentage composition of all the elements. Okay, so accordingly you have to answer. Then children, question number 2, calculate the percentage loss of mass of hydrated copper 2 sulfate. Hydrated copper 2 sulfate when it is completely dehydrated. Okay, so we have to calculate what loss of mass, what loss of percentage mass will be found when this copper sulfate pentahydrate is completely dehydrated. Okay, so equation of dehydration is given here. Okay, children, so you can say from this equation that after complete dehydration, 5 molecules of water will be lost from 1 molecule of copper sulfate pentahydrate. Okay, children, so first you have to calculate molecular mass of this copper sulfate pentahydrate. Okay, copper sulfate pentahydrate, and then calculate what is the percentage composition of these 5 molecules of water in this molecule. Composition of water of crystallization, percentage composition of water of crystallization. Okay, and this percentage composition will be lost when this copper sulfate pentahydrate is completely dehydrated. Okay, children, so in this way you can calculate this question. Okay, children, so first calculate molecular mass of copper sulfate pentahydrate. So it will be equals to atomic mass of copper is 64, which is given here, sulfur is 32, and oxygen will be 4 into 16 plus 1 molecular mass of 1 molecule of water, you know 18 H2O का molecular mass कितना होता है 18, and 5 molecules of H2O are present, so into 5. Okay, children, so this will be equals to 160 plus 90 means total 250. Okay, children, so molecular mass of copper sulfate pentahydrate is 250. Okay, so what is the percentage composition of 5 molecules of water in 1 molecule of copper sulfate pentahydrate? We have to calculate it. Okay, children, so what is the mass of water? It is 90. So percentage of water composition, 90 equals to 90 upon molecular mass, 250 into 100. Okay, children, so this 0, So it equals to 180 upon 5. Okay, 180 upon 5. Solve this relation here. So it is 536 about. Okay, 36. Okay children, so the percentage composition of water is 36 in 1 molecule of copper sulfate pentahydrate. Okay, so when this copper sulfate pentahydrate will be completely dehydrolyzed, then this percentage composition will be lost. Okay children, so total loss according to question, calculate the percentage loss of mass of hydrated copper to sulfate. So what will be the percentage loss of mass of hydrated copper to sulfate? It will be equals to 36%. Okay children, because composition of water molecule in 1 molecule of copper sulfate pentahydrate is 36%. Okay children, so in this way you can calculate. So first you have to find out molecular mass of the copper sulfate pentahydrate, then calculate percentage composition of water molecule. So mass of the water divided by molecular mass of copper sulfate pentahydrate into 100. So it will come equals to 36%. Okay, so this percentage loss will be seen when this copper sulfate pentahydrate will be dehydrated completely. Okay, dehydrated, not dehydrolyzed. It should be dehydrated completely. Okay children, so in this way you can calculate. Thank you.